Hello YouTube, this is Al coming to you once again for Kindred Souls of Brooklyn, and thank you for joining me for this very special video tonight. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and if you want to reach me, you can reach me at connection@kindredsoulsofbrooklyn.com. Now folks, tonight's a very special video, a very sad day for Brooklyn. The White Castle on Fort Hamilton Parkway, which has been here literally for decades, ever since I can remember. Tomorrow, or actually today, January 28th, 2018, is going to be its last day of business. Unfortunately, this White Castle is closing. The lease is not going to be renewed. The landowner has sold the area here to a developer, and ho-hum, it's going to become another building for overpriced rents and fat cat landlords. It's very sad because there's plenty of places to live in Brooklyn, and little by little, these institutions that make Brooklyn what it is today and have made Brooklyn give it the history that it has are little by little going away. I mean, this restaurant behind me, this White Castle restaurant, very special place in my heart and the hearts of a lot of Brooklynites. This restaurant is part of a chain of restaurants that was started back in 1921. And White Castle predated McDonald's, it predated Burger King, and they always kept it privately held. And to this day, there's only about 400 restaurants that exist, mostly in the Midwest and places like that, but a lot of them here in New York. But this is the last one in Brooklyn, other than a little tiny cart thing, which is in Coney Island, a little like a food truck size type of thing. But it's a shame that this is going away because this has a lot of fond memories for me and my family. We've come here many, many times over the years. And when I had my Hallmark store, we used to always come here when we used to do an open house day, which was like the opening of Christmas season. We would have the whole family there. We'd have Santa Claus there with us, and we would always come to White Castle and get like sacks of White Castle burgers and French fries and drinks and all that. And you know, if you have never had a White Castle, because you might be watching in a different part of the world, White Castle burgers, they're like little slider burgers, which are really popular these days, but they're the ones that made them popular. And they kind of taste like meatloaf because they have like onions in them, so it has that little meatloaf type of taste to them. And they're small, so if you're on a diet or something like that, they're really good to have because you're not having like something the size of a Whopper. So, as I say, folks, sadly, this is the last day for this White Castle. It's going to become a building. And so when I heard about this the other day, I just got off of work. I figured I had to come here one more time and buy some White Castles and pay homage to the place that was so special to my family and I and my friends through so many days. I remember seeing Rocky IV and coming here after Rocky IV, and like I said, with the open houses and just, you know, being so close to the home, to my home, coming here so many times. You know, this is a busy thoroughfare. This is Fort Hamilton Parkway, so the restaurant was pretty busy. There's also a McDonald's down the road, Burger King, and this is called Fort Hamilton Parkway because it actually leads into Fort Hamilton, the local Army garrison that we have here in Brooklyn. So without any further ado, I'm going to go into the White Castle for the very last time here on Fort Hamilton Parkway, and I'm going to order some stuff. I had called my wife up, and we decided to have this for dinner when we heard about this. So again, if you've never been to White Castle, I'll take you on a little tour of it. Pardon the bumping. I don't have a camera person with me. It'll be me, but I'm just going to try to give you a little view of White Castle, and maybe we can talk to some people inside there and see what they have to say. Okay, so here we go. Stay with me. This is a little view of Fort Hamilton. Behind me right there, you can see it's a very busy street. And you know, one thing before I go in, I wanted to say that I'll get over here and I'll show you a little more of the side of it right here. There's your view right there. The White Castle that was in the Saturday Night Fever movie, that's actually closed too. It's long closed. That was the one on 92nd Street. So if you're not sure, this is not that White Castle. This is the one on Fort Hamilton Parkway and 39th Street, whatever. What I was going to say about this White Castle, which is really, really cool, and it's something that they've done for a couple of years now. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen right now. And right now I'm getting the smell of burgers, which, you know, I'm going to really miss that when I drive by here, because that's one of the things. You could drive by here and you smell those indistinguishable White Castle burgers. But what they did every single Valentine's Day, and it's not going to happen this year because it'll be closed, is that, and this is great for kids just starting out, or even my wife and I have even done it. They actually have table service at the White Castle, and they dress it up in like red tablecloths and table service, and you can have your burgers and your fries and all that good stuff. And it's a great place to bring, you know, someone for a date. And we've actually done it. It's really simple, but it's really cool at the same time. Sometimes simple is better. So, little view over there. It's got a parking lot. It has a drive-through. You know, for those of you who watch my videos, I'm actually very close to Greenwood Cemetery. I'm only 10 minutes from where I live, and this is Fort Hamilton, and this is the White Castle. So let's go in here now, and let's see what we could find out. Hopefully they could talk to us in here. Hi. How are you? This is your last day of business, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I had to come one more time to get it.
Oh, okay. Then. Come back in the night.
Okay, so I'm going to get 2 chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm going to get sack of fries, onion rings, and 2 double cheeseburgers.
Okay, 2 chicken, 2 double cheese, sack onion ring.
This is the last
That's it. No drinks.
One was the last one.
They need to close down McDonald's.
They got 2 more stand out.
They close down. They don't close down McDonald's, but they close down.
So guys, what do you think? I have a YouTube channel. It's the last day for this White Castle. What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think that it sucks. McDonald's, you should close. White Castle, you shouldn't close. I mean, Haroon Kumar put you guys on the map. Why are you forgetting that? Like, come on. Like, don't forget to check out RKS Clan, Esports League, guys, Professional Gamer League. Cloud9, shout out. You guys destroyed the fuck out of FaZe Clan. Left them on 3.
All right. Thank you very much. YouTube. So back in the day in this White Castle, they used to make the burgers back here. Used to be able to see through the window and watch them. As a kid, I used to love that. You'd see all the burgers cooking. And I think the original reason they did that was because in 1921, when it started, beef wasn't like optimal. It was kind of questionable. So they wanted to show people how clean it was. So they cooked them right in the open with the window. There was a window over there. Folks, you want to be on a YouTube channel, a video? No? It's the last day for this White Castle. I know, us too.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's terrible.
McDonald's, please kill your freaking clown. Kill it. That franchise needs to die.
So yeah, it's the last day. So if you guys have never come to White Castle, they've got double cheeseburgers. They've now got veggie sliders, black bean sliders, all kinds of great stuff. Thank you. And of course they sell
Like we gotta clean out a freezer.
my favorite drink in the world,
All that stuff. We go to the original one,
Connecticut.
I'm still in Connecticut.
I want to show you just something over here. This is the famous Coca-Cola machine. And during those open houses that we used to have at the Hallmark store, my son and my 2 nephews, my son Matthew and my nephew Thomas and my nephew Michael, we used to come here for the food. And they used to think that if they jiggled the soda machine, it would get more syrup in it. So that's what we used to do. A little crazy funny thing that we used to do. Yeah, it's mine. Hey guys, today's the last day for this White Castle. Do you know that? It's going out of business. Yeah. Do you want to say anything for my YouTube channel? I'm doing a video.
Why?
Why are they closing it? They sold it to a developer. It's going to be a building.
For what?
14 million.
I heard the school.
Empty apartments, right?
More empty apartments.
We want our White Castle. We don't want more apartments. We don't need more apartments in Brooklyn.
There's literally nothing to eat here.
Right?
Yeah, we should start right.
I'm actually
see so excited.
This is crazy. I told you told me about this, right?
No,
was like,
I
we should
know
come
it's
here today.
closing.
I knew it was closing too, but today's the last day. I saved your life.
Did you guys ever come for when they do Valentine's Day? They do table service at Valentine's Day here? Yeah.
They set up tables along the wall.
Yeah.
People have like
This is actually my first time.
The red tablecloth and all that, they bring stuff out to you?
I was buying a seat.
Yeah. Wow. Well, again, this is the menu over here, and just gonna look around. It's pretty amazing. This place has been here a really long time, and what's cool too is that it's open 24 hours. So if you get that hankering for White Castle deep into midnight and beyond, then you can come by and drive by. But again, folks, this is the last night. I hope you enjoyed this video. Another Brooklyn institution going away for a building that we don't need, more overpriced apartments, more fat cat landlords. Unfortunately, little by little, things are going away in Brooklyn, and we gotta hold on to it. So if you're out there, institutions, please stay and don't sell yourself out. So again, thanks for tuning in. This is Al from Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. Appreciate your tuning in. Drop me a line if you can, and I'll see you real soon. Have a good night. And from Al from White Castle, bon appetit. Good night, folks. Bye-bye.